Hey guys, Pastor Chris here. Welcome to the poolside chat. Hey, look, I want to show you something. Different view to that's what I'm looking at. I'm on the north. Uh, Change the venue, change the scenery. Uh, we've heard this week, and I got a question about what do we do with the misinformation? What do you think of all the misinformation, disinformation? Um, with the election going on, with the choice of Kamala Harris, with the choice of Tim Walz, with the choice of J.D. Vance, with Trump, there's a lot of excitement. There's also a lot of disinformation, misinformation, a lot of talk about this, a lot of changes. And I don't like that term. I mean, I prefer the term lying because that's what it is. I misspoke. No, I lied. I miscommunicated. You can put lipstick on that pig any way you want. It's just lying. But the question that I got was, what do we do with this? What do I think about it? And I got two thoughts. Number one is we hear a lot about we need to protect people from misinformation. We need to stop misinformation from going out into the public conversation. We need to, take care of disinformation, misinformation. Who's the we? Who is this arbiter of truth? Because in Scripture it says there is only one person who is true, and that's God. It says in Scripture, I am God, the way, the truth, and the life. Does this mean anything that goes against God in the Bible? We need to, stop? Even in Scripture doesn't happen. So, I think number one, whoever the we is, if it's a person, if it's a group of people, if it's a computer program, they cannot replace God. And we do not need them to help us not hear untrue things. The second thing that I want to say, and this has been all through history, but especially in our country, we have the freedom to say misinformation if I want to. That's part of America. That's part of speech. We have that right here in the United States. If I want to tell you that the sun rises in the west, or the sun will rise in the west tomorrow, the sun rose in the west yesterday, I can say it. If I want to tell you the grass is purple, I can say it. If I want to tell you that I found, a talking horse, I can say it. That's not misinformation. That's just a right. Oh, sorry guys, my arm's getting tired. That's just something we're allowed to do here in the U.S. I don't need to be protected from that. I don't need people to protect my speech. I had to pull out. Remember last Wednesday? I pulled out one of my seminary books. And in the early times, I talked about growing up in the Christian faith, that you needed to learn backgrounds, or something else that happened. And it comes out of Scripture, and the speech that Jesus gives about I am the bread of life. He says, unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you can have no part of me. The people are like, this is a hard saying. Who can understand it? Who can abide it? It's like, what we say is today, you're nuts. I'm out of here. Jesus was allowed to say this. He didn't need the government to protect him. But on the flip side of this, people accuse Christians of engaging in cannibalism. We were called cannibals. Refers back to that passage. That's true. Christians were also accused of being atheists. Because we didn't have a statue that we worship. We didn't have an image of God. We worship God in spirit. So we were atheists because we worshipped nothing. We had no God other than in spirit. Christians were also accused of child sacrifice too. Now, I tried to find that. I forget where I saw that, so that one I can't quote. But there was a lot of misinformation and disinformation about Christians. And some really bad persecutions happened. But we didn't ask people to stop saying it. We didn't want it to be taken down. You know how we fought against it? The same way we fight against it today. If there's something said that's wrong, do you know what we do? We speak truth to it. If someone tells me, you know what, grass is purple, I will say, well, no, actually grass is green. No, you're wrong, Chris, it's purple. Well, we have green. I can tell you all about chlorophyll and the science and how it reflects all the light, or excuse me, the green light, and we perceive green. It doesn't reflect purple, different wavelengths, so I can give you the science and the whole thing behind it. We fight lies with truth. So that's a very long answer to a question that was asked. What do we do? Aren't you glad that people protect us from disinformation? No, I am not. Because I don't want a person, a group of people, anyone to decide for me what I can or cannot hear. Because God didn't do that. He just shows us truth. And truth will always run over lies, or what people call today dis and misinformation. And I pray that all of us get back to that point, to where we are allowed to speak freely again, truth or lie, so that lies can be exposed and truth can be proclaimed. Guys, thanks for the questions. Keep them coming. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble at FL Compass Church, and now on Instagram, FL Compass Church. Have a great weekend. Remember, tomorrow's Sunday, so go to church, and we'll see you Monday. Don't forget, Monday update on my cancer journey. Have a great weekend.